Oh yeah, 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 oh yeah, 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 oh yeah, 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 oh yeah, oh yeah. Head of the tribes again, we about to rise again. His spirit abiding, they try to silence it. Head of the tribes again, we about to rise again. His spirit abiding, they try to silence it. Live for the Torah. We back in order. He split the waters. You a son, you a daughter. Live for the Torah. We back in order. He split the waters. You a son, you a daughter. We give you praise. Promise to never go back to my ways. Walking by faith, we gon' walk in your name. Lift up your law, we would not be ashamed. Set us apart from the world, we can't hang. The kingdom inside, they gon' hate when we reign. We been oppressed for so long, we in pain. Narrow the way, Aki, we felt the lane. We felt the spirit was never the same. Killing his people, can't roll with that. He bring them down to Jehoshaphat. Protect your people, be bold with that. The Lion of Judah, he open that. He the only one we can call on, yeah. Cast all your burdens, put all on, yeah. Even when we fall, we gon' fall on, yeah. Gather the tribes again. We about to rise again. His spirit abiding, they try to silence it. Gather the tribes again. We about to rise again. His spirit abiding, they try to silence it. Live for the Torah. We back in order. He split the waters. You a son, you a daughter. Live for the Torah. We back in order. He split the waters. You a son, you a daughter.
How many in this place? How many of my people can identify as grace? How many of my people made it hit up on face? Conforming to a system yet an enemy estate. How many in the north? How many in the south? How many in the west? How many in the east? Waiting on the rest, you be eating with the beast. Standing on morality, be fighting for a seat. Renew your mind, there's not much time. You see the signs, won't tell no lie. Here comes the vine, who made new wine. He ain't from here, we ain't from here.
Gather the tribes again. We about to rise again. His spirit abiding, they try to silence it. Gather the tribes again. We about to rise again. His spirit abiding, they try to silence it. Live for the Torah. We back in order. He split the waters. You a son, you a daughter. Live for the Torah. We back in order. He split the waters. You a son, you a daughter. Head of the tribes again. We about to rise again. His spirit abiding. They try to silence it. Head of the tribes again. We about to rise again. His spirit abiding. They try to silence it. Live for the Torah. We back in order. He split the waters. You a son, you a daughter. Live for the Torah. We back in order. He split the waters. You a son, you a daughter.
All right, Shabbat. All praises to the Most High. Gather the tribes again. We are on to you here a little bit past Shabbat on the Eastern time zone, but all praises to the Most High. We here, and we're going to bring to you this First Chronicles we've been promising you for a while, and we're going to get right to it. All praises to the Most High. You are live and direct, as always, with your Akazaki Yahoo, and I'm giving all praises, honor, and great esteem as always and forever unto the Most High Power, Yahweh Bashem, Hamashiach, Wamalak, Yahweh Shai, and to the 12 tribes who are scattered to the four quarters of the earth. I say Shalom, Wa, Baruch, that is peace and blessings. And I cannot wait to the day when the Most High brings us back together, and we are once again 12 tribes, one family, one nation, under the Most High power, under one covenant, back in our own land with a heart of flesh and no more a heart of stone, with our enemies, our adversaries, and all those who hate us under our feet. All praises to the Almighty Yah. Hallelujah.
So be it. Hallelujah.
Yes, indeed. I'm joined this evening by my most esteemed Kenaniah. Shalom, my king.
Shalom, shalom, my king. Shalom, shalom, Yasharal. Call Halal Yahweh. Bahashem Hamashiach wa Malak Yahweh Shah. Barakatah.
Oh, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All praises to the Most High Yahweh. In the name of his beloved son, Yahweh Shah, the Messiah and King. Yes, indeed. So, again, we're back. We're going to go ahead and get directly to it and get through it and lift up the name of the Most High. Man, that song make you want to dance, don't it?
Khan.
I like that joint. That's all right. We're going to be back next week with our normal song, but I just want to do a little something a little different. We'll also be with this for the sun go down as well. So next week. We're going to get through this. This is a quick reading here, and we'll run through this and get to the end and let you get back to what you were doing after this Sabbath here. All praises to the Most High. First Chronicles chapter 19. Now it came to pass after this that Nahash, king of the children of Ammon, died, and his son reigned in his stead. And Dawid said, I will show kindness to Nahash, son of Hanan, son of Nahash, because his father showed kindness to me. And Dawid sent messengers to comfort him concerning his father, Salakia, forgive me. So the servants of Dawid came to the land of the children of Ammon and Hanan to comfort him. But the prince of the children of Ammon said to Hanan, thinketh you that we do honor your father, that he have sent comforters unto you, and not his servants to come unto you to search and overthrow and spy the land? So he said they planted a idea that Dawid did not come in authenticity. He actually sent his people there to get ready to make things bad for them.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 4. Wherefore Hanan took Dawid's servants and shaved them and cut off their garments in the midst of a hard by their buttocks and sent them away. So he shaved off their head and their beards and cut off their garments, which is crazy.
Embarrassment.
Yeah, yes, it's a shame for an Israelite man to not have a beard or to, be in a predicament like that. So let's see how Dawid responded here. Then there was certain of Dawid's, then there was certain and told, then there went certain and told Dawid how the men were served. And he sent to meet them, for the men were greatly ashamed. And the king said, tarry at Jericho, until your beards be grown. And they returned. And when went to the children of Ammon, saw that they had made themselves adversary to Dawid, Hanan and the children of Ammon sent 1,000 talents of silver to hire them chariots and horsemen out of Mesopotamia and out of
Syria Ma'akah.
Syria Ma'akah. So I keep, and out of both. So they hired 32,000 chariots and the king Ma'akah and his people who came to pitch before Midbah. And the children of Ammon gathered themselves together for their city, from their cities, and came to battle. And Dawid heard of it and sent Joab and a host of mighty men. So Israel didn't have to hire anybody. We sent the brews we had. And let's see what happened here. And the children of Ammon came out and put battle in array before the gates of the city. and the kings that were come were by themselves in the field. Ammon and Aram defeated, of course. Verse 10. And now Joab saw, and when Joab saw that the battle was set against him before and behind, he chose out of the choice of Israel and put them in array against the Syrians. So I'm going to take the top warriors here and we're going to put them into battle. So where do you think this brother got this military war mind from? Maybe from the power of Israel, who is a man of war.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 11. And the rest of the people he delivered unto the hand of Abishai, his brother, and he set themselves in array against the children of Ammon. And he said, if the Syrians be too strong for me, then you shall help me. If the children of Ammon be too strong for you, then I will help you. Be of good courage and let us behave ourselves valiantly for our people, and for the city of our power. And let Yahweh do that which is good in his sight. So Joab and the people that were with him drew near before Syria unto the battle, and they fled before him. Wonder why they ran, because they couldn't win. Verse 15. And when the children of Ammon saw that the Syrians were fled, they likewise fled before Abishai, his brother, and entered into the city. Then Joab came to Jerusalem. And when the Syrians saw that they had put to the worst before Israel, they sent messengers to and drew forth the Syrians that were beyond the river. And Shapasha, the captain of the
So
host,
far.
Shaphat, okay, Tolaki, the captain of the host of Hadaezer went before them. And it was told Dawid, and they gathered all Israel and passed over Jordan and came unto them and set the battle in array against them. So when Dawid had put the battle in array against the Syrians, they fought with him. And the Syrians fled before Israel. And Dawid slew of the Syrians 7,000 men, which fought in chariots, and 40,000 footmen, and killed Sapat, captain of the host. So he put them all in a bad way. Verse 19. And when the servants of Hadaezer saw that they put the worst before Israel, they made shalom with Dawid and became his servants. Neither would
Mm-hmm.
the Syrians help the children of Ammon any more. So the Ammonites failed in their venture to go against the children of Israel. All praises to the Most High. Chapter 20, still in First Chronicles. The war with the Philistine giant. Verse 1. And it came to pass that after a year was expired, at the times when the kings go to battle, Joab led forth the power of the army and wasted the country of the children of Ammon, and came and besieged uh, Rabbah. But Dawid tarried at Jerusalem, and Joab smote Rabbah and destroyed it. And Dawid took the crown of the king off his head and found the weight of it of a talent of gold, and there was a precious stones in it. There were precious stones in it, and it was set upon Dawid's head, and brought also exceeding much spoil out of the city. So this is how we get rich. We go to your place, smite you, and take your stuff. Verse 3. And he brought out the people that were in it and cut them with saws and with harrows of iron and with axes. Even so dealt Dawid with all the cities of the children of Ammon, And Dawid and all the people returned to Jerusalem. And it came to pass after this that there arose a war at Gezer and with the Philistines, at which uh, Sibak, Sibakaya, the Hazanthine, slew Sippa, and that was of the children of the giants, and they were subdued. And there was war against the Philistines, and Elkanah, son of Uriah, slew uh, that's
Lama.
Lama, the brother of Goliath of the Gilead, whose spear staff were like a woven beam. And yet again there was war at Goth, and the men of great stature, whose fingers and toes were 24, 6 on each hand and 6 on each foot. And he also was the son of a giant. But when they defied Israel, Jonathan, the son of Shimei, Dawid's brother, slew them. They were born into the giants of Goth, and they fell by the hand of Dawid and by the hand of his servants. So again, we find in that the desire to fight against Israel never proves profitable when it comes to the Most High being with us. Continue in verse chapter 21. Census bring pestilence. All right. First Chronicles chapter 21 and verse 1. And Satan stood up against Israel to provoke Dawid to number Israel. And Dawid said unto Joab and to the rulers of the people, go and number Israel from Beersheba even to Dan, and bring the number to me that I may know it. And Joab answered, Yahweh make his people as numerous as 100 times so many more than they be. But my master the king, are you not the master servant? Why do you do my master require this thing? Why will you be caused to trespass to Israel? So Joab, all praises to the Most High, he had somebody to challenge him and say, hey, what you doing, man? Why is this a thing for you? You know what I'm saying? We're not supposed to do this. But be that as it may, continue in verse 4. Nevertheless, the king's word prevailed against Joab. Wherefore, Joab departed and went throughout all Israel and came to Jerusalem. So even though he was man enough to challenge and say, what you doing? Why are you doing this thing? He was able to, Yahweh's, he was the king. So his word went forth. Verse 5. And Joab gave the sign of the number to the people unto Dawid, and all they of Israel were 1,000 and hundreds thousands men which drew the sword, and Yehuda was 400 threescore 10,000 men which drew the sword. But Levi and Benjamin counted not among them, for the king's word was abominable to Joab. Verse 7. And the Most High was displeased with this thing, therefore he smote Israel. And Dawid said unto the Most High, I have sinned greatly because I have done this thing. But now I beg you, do away with the iniquity of your servant, for I have done very foolishly. And Yahweh spake unto Gad, Dawid's seer, saying, go and tell Dawid, thus said Yahweh, I offer you 3 things, choose one of them, that I may do unto you. So he's going to give you a choice. I'm going to whoop your behind, but I'm going to give you the opportunity to select the belt. So, verse 11, and Gad came to Dawid and said unto him, thus saith Yahweh, choose to you either 3 years famine or 3 months to be destroyed by your foes, uh, while the sword of your enemies overtake you, or else 3 days of sword, 3 days the sword of Yahweh, even the pestilence in the land, and the mallet of Yahweh destroying throughout the coast of Israel. Now therefore advise yourself what word I shall bring again to him that sent me. Now, in these instances here, I've got to say I probably agree with what Dawid chose. You certainly don't want to have your enemies coming at you, and well, you can't stand against them because we know they are merciless. But Yahweh is mercy. So, verse 13. And Dawid said unto Gad, I am in a great strait. Let me fall now in the hand of Yahweh, for very great are his mercies, but let me not fall into the hand of man. So Yahweh sent pestilence upon Israel, and there fell in Israel 70,000 men. 70,000 men. So if you ever want to learn a lesson to not go against the power of Israel, this would be it. 70,000. That's a city in wherever you at, whatever state you in. That's probably 2 or 3 cities in some of these small places. Continuing, verse 15. And the Most High sent Amalek unto Jerusalem to destroy it. And as he was destroying, Yahweh beheld, and he repented of the evil, and saw, and said to the Amalek that destroyed, it is enough. Now stay your hand. And the Amalek of Yahweh stood by the threshing floor of Onan the Jebusite. And Dawid lifted up his eyes and saw the Amalek of Yahweh standing between the earth and the Shamayim, having a drawn sword in his hand stretched out over Jerusalem. Then Dawid and the elders of Israel, who were clothed in sackcloth, fell upon their faces. Man, this is a vivid description here. I mean, details upon details. Verse 17, and Dawid said unto the Most High, it is not I that commanded the people to be numbered, even I it is that have sinned and done this evil deed. As for these sheep, what have they done? Let thine hand, I pray you, O Yahweh, my power, be upon me and on my father's house, but not your people, that they should be plagued. Now that's a stand-up thing to say right there. This brother here, this was an extraordinary brother that we exalted. Verse 18. And I'm saying, brother, I'm not trying to diminish the king of this righteous king here. I'm just saying, as a man, this is the type of brother you want to have around you. This is the type of brother you want to break bread with. This is the type of brother you want to, you know what I'm saying, you want at the helm. Verse 18. Then the Malek of Yahweh commanded Gad and said unto Dawid that Dawid should go up and set up an altar unto Yahweh in the threshing floor of Onan the Jebusite. And Dawid went up at the saying of Gad, and he spake unto the name, and he spake in the name of Yahweh. And Onan turned back and saw the Malek and the 4 sons that bid that and him hid themselves. Now Onan was threshing wheat, and Dawid came to Onan. Onan looked and saw Dawid, and went out of the threshing floor and bowed himself to Dawid with his face to the ground. And Dawid said unto Onan, grant me the place of this threshing floor, I may build an altar therein unto Yahweh, and you shall grant it me for full price, and the plague shall be stayed from this people. And Odin said unto Dawid, take it to you, and let my master the king do that which is good in his eyes. Lo, I give you an oxen also for a burnt offering, and the threshing instruments for wood, and the wheat for the meat offering. I give it all. And King Dawid said to Odin, La'ah, but I will verily buy it for full price, for I will not take that which is thine for Yahweh, nor offer burnt offerings without cost. So Dawid gave Odin the for the for the for the place 600 shekels gold of gold by weight. My goodness, that's a lot. He said full price. He wasn't playing. Verse 26. And Dawid built there an altar unto Yahweh and offered burnt offerings and peace offerings and called upon Yahweh. And he answered from Shamayim, and fire fell upon the altar of burnt offering. And Yahweh commanded the mallet that he put his sword again into the sheath thereof. At that time, when Dawid saw that Yahweh had answered him in the threshing floor of Odin, the Jebusite, then he sacrificed there. For the tabernacle of Yahweh, which Moshe had made in the wilderness, was, and the altar was, and the altar of the burnt offering, there was a season in the place of in the high place of Gibeon. But Dawid could not go before it to inquire of the Most High, for he was afraid because of the sword of the mallet of Yahweh. Yeah, I would have been afraid too. I would have been afraid to blink, let alone do anything else. You know how much it must have took for him to even make the sacrifice with that mallet between the earth and the Shamayim. I mean, just he could look up and see this. He had his sword in his hand. Oh my gosh! One wrong move.
So,
You know, whew, that was like I said. That language was so vivid and descriptive. My goodness. Verse 22, chapter 22, Salaki. Dawid prepares for temple building. Verse 1. Dawid said, this is the house of Yahweh power, and this is the altar of the burnt offering for Israel. And Dawid commanded the gathering of the strangers that were in the land of Israel, and he set masons to hew wrought stones to build a house for the Most High. And Dawid prepared iron in abundance and nails for the doors and gates of the gates and the joinings, and brass in abundance without weight. Also cedar trees in abundance for the Zidonians, and they of Tyre brought much cedar wood to Dawid. And Dawid said, Solomon, my son, is young and tender, and the house that is to be built for Yahweh must be exceedingly magnificent, or what is this word? Magnificent.
it is, what verse is that?
5.
That is magnifical.
Magnifical. Okay, I wanted to say magnificent, but that's not sent. Magnifical column. Okay, my bad. Todaki, of fame and of glory throughout all countries, and I therefore now make preparation for it. So Dawid prepared abundantly for his death. Solomon charged with the task. Verse 6. Then he called for Solomon his son and charged him to build a house for Yahweh, power of Israel. And Dawid said to Solomon, my son, as for me, it is in my mind to build a house unto the name of Yahweh, my power. But the word of Yahweh came to me, saying, You have shed blood abundantly, and have made great war, and shall not build a house unto my name. But you have shed much blood upon the earth in my sight. Behold, a son shall be born unto you, to you, who shall be a man of rest, and I will give him rest of all his enemies round about, and his name shall be Shlomo. And I will give shalom and quietness unto Israel in those days. He shall build an house for my name, and shall be my son, and I will be his father, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom over Israel forever. Now, my son, Yahweh be with you and prosper you, and build the house of Yahweh your power, and he have said of you, as he have said of you. Verse 12. Only Yahweh give you wisdom and understanding, and give you charge concerning Israel, that you may keep the Torah of Yahweh your power. Then you shall prosper, if you take heed to fulfilling the statutes and the judgments which Yahweh charged Moshe coming with concerning Israel. Be strong and of good courage. Dread not, nor be dismayed. Now, behold, in my trouble, I have prepared for the house of Yahweh 120,000 talents of gold, and 10,000 and 1,000 talents of silver, and of brass iron without weight, for it is in abundance. Timber also and stone have I prepared, that you may add thereto. Moreover, there are workmen with you in abundance, hewers and workers of stone and timber, and all manner of cunning men for every manner of work. Of the gold, the silver, the brass, and the iron, there is no number. Arise therefore, and be doing, and Yahweh will be with you. David also commanded the princes of Israel to help Shlomo his son, saying, It is not Yahweh with you, and have not given you rest on every side, for he hath given the inhabitants of the land into my hand, and the land subdued before Yahweh and before his people. Now set your heart and your soul to seek Yahweh your power. Arise therefore and build the sanctuary of Yahweh power, to bring the ark of the covenant of Yahweh and the Kodesh vessels of the Most High unto the house that is built for the name of Yahweh. All praises to the Most High. All right, you got it from here, Aki?
Indeed,
Okay.
All right. It's the book of First Chronicles, chapter 23. Shlomo reigns, verse 1. So when David was old and full of days, he made Solomon his son king over Yasharal. And he gathered together all the princes of Yasharal with the priests and the Levites, officers of the Levites. Verse 3. Now the Levites were numbered from the age of 30 years and upward, and their number by their polls, man by man, was 38,000, of which 24,000 were to set forward the work of the house of Yahweh, and 6,000 were officers and judges. Moreover, 4,000 were porters, and 4,000 praised Yahweh with the instruments which I made, said David, to praise therewith. You know, I've read over that and didn't really pay too much attention to that. David, I don't know, maybe that's not saying that he made 4,000 instruments, maybe he made some instruments and then they would take turns playing them. But, I knew that he played the harp himself, but, instrument maker, I didn't put that on him,
Yeah, I sound like they did do 4,000.
Oh,
praise.
wow.
Yeah, that's what I'm reading.
All right. So yeah, that's the initially when I read that, and it could have been, he could have made 4,000 instruments to be played.
Yeah.
Wow. Verse
That's
6.
An orchestra.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say that'd be an amazing orchestra.
Man, indeed. And that's, I think that's where you get the idea, or where they got the idea of orchestras.
Yeah.
We see the marching bands of HBCUs now, and I often think about our people in antiquity,
Indeed, Aki.
All right, verse 6. And Dawid divided them into courses among the sons of Levi, namely Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. Gershonites, verse 7. Of the Gershonites were Laadan and Shimi. The sons of Laadan, the chief was Jadiel, or Yaeliel, and Zetham, and Yoel. 3. The sons of Shimi, Shalomith, and Haziel, and Haran. 3. These were the chief of the fathers of Laadan. And the sons of Shimi were Yahath, Zena, and Yahush, and Beriah. These 4 were the sons of Shimi. And Yahath was the chief, and Zizah the second. But Yahush and Beriah had not many sons. Therefore, they were in one reckoning according to their father's house. Kohathites, verse 12. The sons of Kohath, Amram, Izhar, Hebron, and Uziel. 4. The sons of Amram, Aharon, and Moshe. And Aharon was separated that he should sanctify the most set apart things, he and his sons forever, to burn incense before Yahweh, to minister unto him, and to Barak in his name forever. Now concerning Moshe, the man of the Most High, his sons were named of the tribe of Levi. The sons of Moshe were Gershom and Eleazar. Of the sons of Gershon, Shebuel was the chief, and the sons of Eleazar were Rahabiah the chief, and Eleazar had none other sons, but the sons of Rehabiah were very many. Of the sons of Izhar, Shalomith the chief. Of the sons of Hebron, Uriah the first, Amariah the second, Yahaziel the third, and Yakamim the fourth. Of the sons of Uziel, Micaiah the first, and Yeziah the second. Merarites. The sons of Merari, Mahali, Mushi, or Slaki, Mahali and Mushi. The sons of Ma'ili, Eleazar, and Kish. And Eleazar died and had no sons, but daughters, and their brethren, the sons of Kish, took them. The sons of Mushi, Mahali, and Eder, and Yeremoth. 3. Duties revised. Verse 24. These were the sons of Levi after the house of their fathers, even the chief of the fathers, as they were counted by number of names by their polls, that did the work for the service of the house of Yahweh, from the age of 20 years and upward. And Dawid said, Yahweh, power of Yasharal, have given rest unto his people, that they may dwell in Jerusalem forever. And also unto the Levites, they shall no more carry the tabernacle, nor any vessels of it for the service thereof. For by the last words of Dawid, the Levites were numbered from 20 years old and above, because their office was to wait on the sons of Aharon for the service of the house of Yahweh, in the courts, and in the chambers, and in the purifying of all set apart things, and the work of the service of the house of the Most High, both for the shewbread and for the fine flour for meat offering, and for the unleavened cakes, and for that which is baked in the pan, and for that which is fried, and for all manner of measure and size, and to stand every morning to thank and praise Yahweh, and likewise at even, and to offer all burnt sacrifices unto Yahweh in the Sabbaths, in the new moons, and on the set feasts, by number, according to the order commanded unto them, continually before Yahweh, and that they should keep the charge of the tabernacle of the congregation, and the charge of the Kodesh place, and the charge of the sons of Aharon, their brethren, in the service of the house of Yahweh. So be it. So, the King Dawid established the order before, he went on to sleep with the fathers, an order that we can continue to read about even in the so-called New Testament in forms of Yehukanan the Immerser's father was of those sons. And, he's given the revelation of him having a son while he's in the service of, sanctifying, his responsibilities, reading that in, I believe, the book of Luke, first chapter. All right, continuing. You had something, Mark?
I was saying, indeed, Aki.
Yep. All right. It's the book of First Chronicles, chapter 24, divisions of the Levites, verse 1. Now these are the divisions of the sons of Aharon. The sons of Aharon, Nadab and Abihu, Eleazar and Ithamar. But Nadab and Abihu died before their father and had no children. Therefore, Eleazar and Ithamar executed the priest's office. And Dawid distributed them both Zadok of the sons of Eleazar and Ahimelech of the sons of Ithamar, according to their office in their service. And there were more chief men found in the sons of Eleazar than of the sons of Ithamar, and thus they were divided. Among the sons of Eleazar, there were 16 chief men of the house of their fathers, and 8 among the sons of Ithamar, according to the house of their fathers. Thus were they divided by lot, one sort with another, for the governors of the sanctuary and governors of the house of the Most High were of the sons of Eleazar and of the sons of Ithamar. And Shemaiah, the sons of Nethaneel, the scribe, one of the Levites, wrote them before the king and the princes, and Zadok the priest, and Ahimelech the son of Abathar, and before the chief of the fathers of the priests and Levites, one principal household being taken for Eleazar, and one taken for Ithamar. Now the first lot came forth to Jehoiarib, the second Yediah, the third Harim, the fourth Seorim, the fifth Malachiah, the sixth haYamim, the seventh Hakos, the eighth Abiah, the ninth Yahawashah, the 10th Shechaniah, the 11th to Elishib, the 12th Yakim, the 13th to Huppah, the 14th Yaish Be'ab, the 15th Pilbil Gah, the 16th to Immer, the 17th to Hazir, the 18th to Apheses, the 19th to Petahiah, the 20th to Ezekiel, the 1 and 20th to Yakin, the 2 and 20th to Gamul, the 3 and 20th to Daliah, the 4 and 20th to Maaziah. These were the orders of them in their service to come into the house of Yahweh, according to their manner, under Aharon their father, as Yahweh, power of Yasharal, had commanded him. And the rest of the sons of Levi were these: of the sons of Amram, Shubael; of the sons of Shubael, Yehadiah; Concerning Rahabiah of the sons of Rahabiah, the first was Ishaiah of the Israelites, Shelomoth of the sons of Shelomoth, Yahath, and the sons of Hebron, Uriah the first, Amariah the second, Yahaziel the third, Yechamim the fourth, of the sons of Uziel, Micaiah, of the sons of Micaiah, Shamir. The brother of Micaiah was Ishaiah. I believe I'm saying it right. Ishaiah. Of the sons of Ishaiah, Zechariah. The sons of Merari were Mahaleel and Mushi. The sons of Yaaziah, Beno. The sons of Merari by Yaaziah, Beno, and Shaham, and Sakur, and Ibri. Of Mahali came Eleazar, who had no sons. Concerning Kish, the son of Kish was Yeramil. The sons also of Mushi, Mahili, and Eder, and Yeremoth. These were the sons of the Levites after the house of their fathers. These likewise cast lots over against their brethren, the sons of Aharon, in the presence of Dawid the king, and Zadok, and Ahimelech, and the chief of the fathers of the priests and Levites, even the principal fathers over against their younger brethren. All right, closing out. It's the book of First Chronicles, chapter 25, number and services of musicians, verse 1. And moreover, Dawid and the captains of the host separated to the service of the sons of Asaph, and Heman, and yet Yeduthun, who should prophesy with harps, with psalteries, and with cymbals. And the number of the workmen according to their service was of the sons of Asaph, Sakur, and Yosef, and Nethaniah, and Azariah, of the sons of Asaph, under the hands of Asaph, which prophesies according to the order of the king. Yeduthun, the sons of Yeduthun, Gedaliah, and Zeri, and Yeshaiah, Abisha, and Mattathiah, 6 under the hands of their father Yeduthun, who prophesies with the harp, to give thanks and to praise Yahweh. Of Heman, the sons of Heman, Bukiah, Mattathiah, Uziel, Shabuel, or Slakia, Shebuel, and Yeremoth, Hananiah, Eliathah, Gidi al-T, and Romam T-Ezer, Yash Bikasha, Ma Othia, or Thi, Hothir, and Mahazioth. All these were the sons of Heman the king's seer in the words of the Most High, to lift up the horn. And the Most High gave to Heman 14 sons and 3 daughters. Yeah, that's a large family right there. Verse 6. All these were under the hands of their father for song in the house of Yahweh, with cymbals, psalteries, and harps for the service of the house of the Most High, according to the king's order to Asaph and Yeduthun and Heman. So the number of them with their brethren that were instructed in the songs of Yahweh, even all that were cunning, was 280. All right. Divisions of musicians, verse 8. And they cast lots, ward against ward, as well the small as the great, the teacher as the scholar. Now the first lot came forth for Asaph to Yosef, the second to Gedaliah, who with his brethren and sons were 12. The third to Sakur, he and his sons and his brethren were 12. The fourth to Izri, he and his sons and his brethren were 12. The fifth to Nethaniah, he and his sons and his brethren were 12. The sixth to Bukiah, he and his sons and his brethren were 12. The seventh to Yesharallah, he and his sons and his brethren were 12. The 8th to Yeshaiah, he and his sons and his brethren were 12. The 9th to Mathaniah, he and his sons and his brethren were 12. The 10th to Shimi, he and his sons and his brethren were 12. The 11th to Azariel, he and his sons and his brethren were 12. The 12th to Hashabiah, he and his sons and his brethren were 12. The 13th to Shubael, he and his sons and his brethren were 12. The 14th to Mattathiah, he and his sons and his brethren were 12. The 15th to Yeremoth, he and his sons and his brethren were 12. The 16th to Hananiah, he and his sons and his brethren were 12. The 17th to Yashbekasha, he and his sons and his brethren were 12. The 18th to Hananiah, he and his sons and his brethren were 12. The 19th to Malathi, he and his sons and his brethren were 12. The 20th to Elipha, he and his sons and his brethren were 12. The 21st to Hothir, he and his sons and his brethren were 12. The 22nd to Gid-Alti, he and his sons and his brethren were 12. The 23rd to Mahazioth, he and his sons and his brethren were 12. The 24th to Romam Teazer, he and his sons and his brethren were 12. Man, glad I made it through that.
That was a mouthful. That was a lot.
Indeed. God.
Yes, indeed. So let's get to I'll wrap up here. All right. So
you see that?
Is always kind of a rehash of what was already covered here, and numbering other people and the amounts of the Israelites and what they were doing. So that's what we get through First Chronicles. So it's a pleasure always to be able to get through these and to go through and pick up a little something extra that we might have missed in Kings, or some additional details that was not shared in one of those previous books where the information is rehashed. You'll find is that the Most High always gives you at least two accounts, and this is one of those circumstances, situations, just reiterating His power, His ability, and His willingness to do that for the people of Israel, the children of Israel, as He loves us so very much, and will give to us everything that we need, and will continue to be our power at every turn, in every circumstance, in every situation. All praises to the Most High. That's all I got. Go ahead, Aki.
Aki, Salaki, I thought I had put myself on mute. My rib had brought me a new pillow and just wanted me to try it out. So, Salaki, but yeah, good stuff. Always good stuff, man, and it is a blessing. I to be able to get into these scripts. I've missed it in the few weeks that that we've been absent or hadn't. And I guess, we've never been absent because, it's always some word going forth, whether it's that morning call or the evening call that we, wrap up with. But, I do enjoy going back through these scripts on the studies that we do. It seems like something is new is always revealed, which, makes me want to continue, reading these scriptures out to identify what the scriptures are really trying to tell us. All praises to the Most High. I'll yield there.
Hallelujah, indeed. All right, well, we'll go ahead and close it on out. All praises to the Abba. So I hope you have enjoyed this coming together again to bring out this text. All praises to the Abba, and we do this for a specific purpose. And Romans chapter 10 and verse 1 Brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to Abba for Israel is that they might be saved. We want to see our people saved. We want to see our people set free. We want to see our people restored to the prosperity that the Most High has for us as He had promised. How are we going to do it? First of all, we're going to keep the faith and the belief in Hamashiach, the Messiah, and His return, and regathering of the children of Israel. Also, Ecclesiastes chapter number 12 and verse number 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep His commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. It is so very important to understand that in the conclusion of the whole matter, we are to fear the Most High and keep His commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. At the end of the day, when it is all said and done, all the dust is settled and all the smoke is cleared, we will be judged on whether we have feared the Most High and kept His commandments. Why? Because this is the whole duty of man. I am your Akazaki Yahu, joined by my most esteemed Akinanaya, giving all praises, honor, and great esteem unto the Most High Power, Yahweh, Bashem, Hamashiach, Wamalak, Yahweh Shai, and to the 12 tribes of Israel, who are scattered to the four quarters of the earth. I say Shalom, Wa, Baruchim, that is peace and blessings. And I cannot wait to the day when the Most High brings us back together, and we are once again 12 tribes, one family, one nation, under the Most High Power, under one covenant, back in our own land with a heart of flesh and no more a heart of stone, with our enemies, our adversaries, and all those who hate us under our feet. Until that day come, Shalom, family.
Shalom, Mishpachah.
All praises to the Most High. Praise you, Abba Yah. Kwam Yasha'Allah.
Kwam Yasha'Allah.
And Barak Hashem Yahweh.